First of all, I'd like to tell you that I've only had a short nap this morning after a very long night of delivering presents. And in places it was very cold. And I'm thinned down a little bit this year, so it was easier for me to get in and out of the chimney. But I have a few presents left just for you. So first of all, for those of you who have been at this for a very long time, who have been taking your red pills faithfully for years and years, and who know the real world, and you're out of the delusional state, I have these little red pills for you. And I recommend that you take 1 or 2 a week just to keep you fresh, full of piss and vinegar, and ready for conversations with the infidels, the disbelievers, and those who would disparage you from your aluminum foil hat. For those of you who have had more recent diagnoses of faulty historical referencing, blind patriotism, excessive mainstream media viewing, or having voted for the Clintons, the Obamas, or the Bushes, I recommend this medium bottle, and I recommend that you take 1 small daily dose to continue your progress out of the depression, out of the fever that you've had for these past years, and to take more if the symptoms recur. For those of you who taunt the conspiracy theorists and make fun of them, for those of you who believe that 9/11 was committed by 19 Arab student pilots who wielded box cutters and were managed by a tall, lanky Arab hiding out in a cave in Afghanistan, for those of you who are sure that Lee Harvey Oswald and his magic 3 bullets managed to kill Kennedy from the 5th floor of Dealey Plaza, and that they not only got Kennedy, but they got Connolly as well. For those of you who believe that the banks needed $700 billion in 2008 so that they could get us all out of the recession and make the world better for the rest of us, for those of you who believe that the Federal Reserve is either federal or that there's any reserve, for those of you who believe that children died in Sandy Hook, for those of you who believe that John McStain or George H.W. Bush were war heroes that were true patriots and who guided us to modern democracy and freedom for all, for those of you, I have a little larger present of red pills. You're going to have to take a great number of these on an ongoing basis to recover, and you're going to have to take them in mass amounts. I recommend 2 or 3 in the morning, 2 or 3 at noon, 2 or 3 with dinner, and a couple of them in late night until you start to recover. If you have problems with your symptoms, you can look at either the recent recoveries, who will just explain to you some of what has really been happening in your delusional state. If you're still watching the mainstream media, no amount of pills are going to help you recover. And for those of you who still are having problems, look for the tinfoil hats. They will guide you. They will see that the world comes better. Or you can look for Q Evolvement. You can look for the people there. For the people who say, where we go one, we go all. You can look for red Santas that are actually blue frogs, right? So I recommend to you that you take as many pills as possible and take them on an ongoing basis. And as long as YouTube Blitz real channels exists, I recommend that you watch regularly some of the alt media to see that some of the information that you're getting might actually be true. So I wish you all a Merry Christmas. The pills are renewable. You can take as many as you need to. We'll be renewing the dose amounts next Christmas, and I will be adjusting them accordingly. For those of you who are bad, we'll have to give you more red pills even next year than this. For those of you who are good, we will be able to maintain the small dose for an ongoing basis, and you are eligible to be the elves of Santa. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll leave you with two final notes. One of which is, I'm going to have to start doing this intentionally. I made a mistake in my last video by making the comment that Al Gore was not present when in fact he was off in the corner, and I guess I had seen that and forgot it. But it's a good thing, because what it means is that about 200 people who are putting notes on my comments on the bottom of my channel and on my video have something to write about. And so I'm thinking about making a mistake in every video so that you always have some reason to comment. And finally, one of the viewers, one of the commenters, made a suggestion as to what it was that was on those cards that the 5 or 6 or 7 people got at the George H.W. Bush funeral. And for that, I'm going to leave you with what it was. So it will be at the end of the video for those of you who have taken your little pills on a regular basis. Thank you so much for watching, and Merry Christmas.